Welcome to my Audit Lab. This is Hamza. The regulatory landscape is evolving rapidly, driven by global elections and heightened transparency expectations from regulatory bodies. Let's quickly start with the top drivers of regulatory compliance risks. With 25% of the world voting in 24-25, elections will reshape regulations on trade, sanctions, ESG, tax, and antitrust. US election mentions and earnings calls have doubled versus 2020, while 62% of US CEOs have paused major investments, opening opportunities for competitors. New rules like the SEC cybersecurity disclosures and EU's DORA requires transparency in risk and resilience reporting, areas many firms aren't ready for. 68% of CISOs face compliance challenges, 34% are early stage, and 75% of companies expect high compliance costs, prompting resource reallocations and gap assessments. Here's my audit assessment recommendations for regulatory compliance. Assess if the organization monitors upcoming regulations effectively, including potential shifts from elections. Review whether management has prepared and tested plans for varying regulatory outcomes, including embedding electoral and political risks into their risk tolerance. Verify that the organization's frameworks for identifying, preparing, and assigning roles for breach disclosures, and determine if a materiality determination framework is in place. Ensure robust processes exist for gathering, reviewing, and disclosing non-financial data such as sustainability or cybersecurity metrics. Auditors must explore the following key risk indicators: trends in regulatory fines and enforcement actions post-elections, change in number of new international cyber disclosure laws, changes in country political risk ratings provided by external agencies, average time taken to update internal policies after regulatory changes, the number of outstanding steps to comply with evolving regulations, and the time taken to disclose cybersecurity breaches and the frequency of reporting restatements. Ask these questions when evaluating regulatory compliance readiness with the management. How do you track elections' impact on regulations across jurisdictions, and what steps are in place to prepare for potential regulatory scenarios, and do you strategize them? What protocols support cross-functional collaboration during regulatory shifts? How are staff trained to meet compliance requirements for their roles and regions? And how do you collaborate on data gathering for new disclosure requirements? How are cybersecurity incidents conveyed across the organization? And how do you determine materiality and assign responsibility for cyber breach disclosures? In a nutshell, organizations must proactively allocate resources, adjust compliance strategies, and engage with stakeholders to address disclosure and reporting gaps in a timely manner. Stay sharp and keep auditing.